Guys, bad news. My external SSD died. Hey guys, what's up? This is Peter James. Welcome back to another tech video. So it's been a while when I reviewed this SanDisk Extreme Portable SSD. Comments are hot, and unfortunately, that SSD tragically died after 2 years of usage. I have tons of videos and photos there. I use that personally and for my YouTube videos as well. So you know the feeling of losing all of your files? Yeah, that's not great. From Reddit, I found out that I am not alone. So this is an issue with that particular model of SanDisk SSD. So the question now is, how do we prevent that? I don't want to lose my files again. Tons of photos and travel memories gone. Raw files from my YouTube videos gone. As a creator, this means opportunity lost and potentially create a bigger problem if the lost video is a brand content or deliverables. So that's a no-no. So here, we will solve that problem to avoid this tragic event from happening again. Well, at least mitigate it. Out of all solutions, I will show you the one that I personally use and recommend. So, there are multiple potential solutions. Number one is the cloud-based solutions like Google Drive or OneDrive or the iCloud. You can back up your files on the cloud for free, like Google Drive have 15 gigabytes of space, so you can utilize that. OneDrive only have 5 gigabytes. But there's one big disadvantage here, aside from paying every month. It's time. So it takes time to upload or to download files from the cloud. So in my case, I have photos that came from my Canon camera. These files are huge. Video files are much larger in size. Even if you have fast fiber internet connection, the limiting factor here is the speed of the servers. From my experience, most of the time, cloud providers limit the upload and download speed. So yeah, cloud-based backup is expensive and time-consuming. Number 2, multiple storage backups. Saving your files on different storage medias, buying multiple HDDs and SSDs, then duplicating all of your files, photos, and videos on them. So when one of the drive failed, you still have another copy, right? Number 3, much better solution for it is RAID. RAID stands for Redundant Array of Independent Disk. It's not about police raid. So this is a mechanism where it combines multiple hard drives into one single logical unit for data redundancy. Example configuration is RAID 1, also known as disk mirroring, where it automatically duplicates or mirrors the file on 2 physical disks. On RAID 1, you will need 2 physical and identical drives. For example, I have 2 3TB hard drive. When I will do the RAID 1 configuration, it will only be a single 3TB worth of storage, not 6, since files will be mirrored on the other drive. Number 4. How about a system with multiple storage backup with RAID? Let's combine number 2 and number 3. So I discovered this product, the ORICO MiniTower storage system and dock. Thank God there's a genius that invented this device. How can this device solve my problem? Our problem. Later, I'll show you how. So here it is. This is the ORICO MiniTower storage dock. The main feature of this one is it has expandable storage, both fast M.2 NVMe SSD and reliable dual HDD slot with RAID 1 support. Remember our potential solution number 4? Combine the multiple storage backups and RAID 1? Added bonus, this is a dock as you can see with multiple USB ports and as well as SD and MicroSD reader. Perfect for us creators. So let's review this mini tower from ORICO, and also I will show you how to set it up and use it as well as testing it on the real world. So physically this device is like a tall Mac Mini M4. It is made out of aluminum, so it matches your Mac Mini and other Apple devices in silver. So it is aesthetically pleasing to see it on your desktop. Although marketed as Mac Mini M4 companion, this can be used with other Mac Mini such as my M.1 Mac Mini and other devices like the MacBook Air or even Windows PCs and laptops. So here at the back, you can see the M.2 SSD slot. This is for the fast storage. The cover just being held up by a magnet for easy access. And the M.2 slot supports 2230, 2242, 2260, and 2280 sizes. Also, it supports NVMe protocol. So great. Then at the top, the cover again is being held up by a magnet. This covers the dual HDD slot. These two slots can handle up to 3.5 inches hard disk drive or HDD, but 2.5 HDD or SSD are also supported. This supports RAID configuration, RAID 0 or RAID 1. So for the ports, here at the front there are two USB ports. The left side supports USB 3.2 up to 10 gigabits per second. Then the right one supports USB 2.0. Then here are the SD card and the microSD card reader, which supports SD 3.0 speed. Oh, there's a power button over here and the power indicator also. Then at the back, starting here, the right is the PC input USB port, where you will connect it to your host computer, for example, a Mac Mini. Then the port for the power input, two additional USB 2.0 port, then RAID configuration buttons. There's also a pinhole button here, which is the RAID set button. So on my setup, I have a 1TB Kingston NV3 M.2 SSD here. It is 2280, so it is compatible with the mini tower. It is also NVMe up to 6000 megabits per second maximum, but the speed will be limited by the ORICO MiniTower. I will talk about that in a bit. Then I bought two identical hard drives, the Seagate Ironhawk 3TB for NAS. So this is important. While we can use ordinary hard drives that are made for desktop PCs like the Seagate Barracuda or WD Black, I recommend to use hard drive specifically made for RAID configuration or for network attached storage or NAS. These HDDs are enterprise grade level drives, which are built to withstand vibrations from nearby HDDs. More reliable and have advanced error recovery controls for greater stability. They are a little bit pricier than normal hard drives though. Example for HDDs for NAS are Seagate Ironhawk and WD Red. Remember, we will use the RAID 1 feature, which is the data mirroring configuration. So we will need two identical HDDs. So for the installation, I will first install the SSD. Just open the magnetic cover, then insert the M.2 SSD on the M.2 slot. Screw and the screwdriver for the SSD is provided on the package. Then apply the thermal pad by removing the sticker, then stick it to the SSD. Then put the heatsink on and cover it. So for the installations of the hard drives, just open the magnetic lid cover, just pull this up, then put the HDD, then screw. Again, then the screw and the screwdrivers are included on the package. Same goes for the second slot. Then, for the initialization of the drive. For the purpose of this video, I will use a Mac Mini since this is my editing computer. Just put the power and the USB cable here on the rear side of the mini tower and ensure that the USB cable that you will use is at least 10 gigabits per second USB-C cable or higher. For this case, I will use the 40 gigabits USB-C cable. Then turn it on using the power button. So when you bought a new drive, you need to initialize the disk first in order to use them. This formats the drive. If the drive is already formatted, No need to initialize the disk. When you turn on the MiniTower, a pop-up will appear as macOS will detect an uninitialized drive. You can click the Initialize button. Disk utility will appear. Select the drive you want to initialize. So for example, here is the Kingston M.2 SSD since it says here 1 TB. Select it and click Erase to format it. Name your drive, then select a file system to use. The default file system for Mac is APFS or Apple File System. You can use exFAT if you want to use it with other operating systems like Windows. After that, you can now use the drive. So, for the RAID configuration of the hard drives, the ORICO MiniTower supports RAID 0 and RAID 1 as well as normal mode or PM mode and JBOD mode. By default in the package, it is set on PM or normal mode, which is the hard drives will be 2 independent drives. For the purpose of this video, I will use the RAID 1 since this is the configuration that will solve our problem to prevent losing your files. I will not discuss about the other configurations since they will not solve our main problem. So, at the back of the ORICO MiniTower, here you can change the RAID configuration. By default, this is normal or PM mode when all of the control switches are on a down position. To configure RAID 1, place the right control switch on the up position like this. Then press the set button. The set button is a pinhole button. You will need something like a paper clip to push the button. From the instruction booklet, it says that you should set the RAID control switch and push the set button while the device is off. I tried that and nothing happens, so I think these instructions are incorrect. You should do that while the MiniTower is powered on. I think the manufacturer should correct this on their instruction booklet. By the way, when you successfully set the RAID configuration into RAID 1, it will be detected by the disk utility as 1 logical drive instead of 2. In my case, it is a single 3 TB drive. Then, we can erase this drive and format it. Now, we can use it. We will check the speed by using the Blackmagic Disk Speed Test. Let's test the speed of the M.2 SSD. The write speed is 739 megabytes per second and the read speed is 665.5 megabytes per second. The max speed of Kingston NV3 is 6000 megabytes per second, but that's for PCIe 4.0 NVMe. The limiting factor here is the input speed of the MiniTower itself. This device only supports USB 3.2 10 gigabits per second, as in gigabits, not gigabytes. So divided by 8, theoretical maximum of 1.25 gigabytes per second. Then let's test the speed of the HDD on RAID 1 mode. So the write speed is 149.1 megabytes per second and the read speed is 174.9 megabytes per second. So when doing your creative work like editing videos or photos, you can use the SSD since it is faster. Then you can store your files on HDD for archiving. So I also tested it in the real world using the SSD. I stored my video files on it and used those files for video editing. So far, no lags, as if it's in the internal drive. So, the ORICO MiniTower is not a holy grail device. It is limited using USB 3.2 10 gigabits per second input. So that's why the SSD speed is limited even if you will install a super high-speed NVMe SSD as in my case. I wish they have a version where it will use USB 4 which is up to 40 gigabits per second. Also, since this is marketed as a dock, I think this is just a bonus rather than a main feature since there's no video port on this device. No HDMI nor DisplayPort. Other docks have HDMI out, but this is a great device for hybrid storage. So to conclude, to prevent losing all of your files if in case one of your drive failed, you can use products like ORICO MiniTower storage system to expand your storage and have multiple drives in RAID mode. More backups, more copies of your files, the better. RAID solution can give you a better peace of mind by duplicating or mirroring your files seamlessly. When other drive failed, you still have another copy, right? This is the best companion for creators like me or any aspiring creators just like you to avoid losing your important files, whether personal or for your work. Good news for those who want to buy it. Check on the description or pinned comments for the details on how you can avail a discount. Special discount available exclusively for my viewers for this video. Thanks ORICO for introducing this product to me. I truly like it. There you have it. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. Check out my other videos like my review for the SanDisk Extreme SSD, which is the one that failed. Thank you guys. See you in the next video. Bye.